Thank you, Mr. Coelho and the Chamber Orchestra. The next portion of the program is the presentation of awards. We will begin with the President's Award for Educational Excellence. It's given in recognition of outstanding academic achievement. The winners have a combination of a grade point average of 3.5 with SAT or ACT scores in the top 15 percentile. If any of us volunteers could please come to the stage to help hand out these certificates, please. I ask you to please hold your applause until all the names have been read. The first President's Award winner is Corinne Anderson, Emma Casella, Max Chesley, Sienna Cullum, Sarah Elliott, Tobias Flowers, Moira Healy, James Jewell, Seamus Kelly, Colette Love, Amelia Morad, Alexander Nelson, Ellen Niederhelman, Anna Pittner, Sydney Poblenz, Brooke Soininen, Natalie Witten, Lucas Wilt, and Dylan York. Next, we have Distinguished Achievement Awards. Ipswich High School Distinguished Achievement Award is given in recognition of academic achievement, community and volunteer service, extracurricular activities, and athletics. To receive the award, a minimum of 40 points must be earned during the first 3 quarters of the school year in accordance with the guidelines on the application. This is a voluntary award that requires a student to complete an application in the spring of each school year. The following students fulfill the requirements for 1 year, thereby earning a The following students fulfill the requirements for 2 years, earning an orange ribbon. Tess Calzini, Talia Duff, Kaylee Fantasia, Landry Garland, and Jack Totten. The following students fulfill the requirements for 3 years, earning a Tiger ribbon. Sophia DeGrappo, Chloe French, Isabella Gallegos, Estelle Gromko, William Harrington, Nathan Christian, Callum McClellan, Morgan Sexton, Ella Stein, Isabel Ware. The following students have completed an application fulfilling the requirements for all 4 years at Ipswich High School and therefore will receive an engraved clock. Corinne Anderson, Nathan Bays, Kate Beckeritis, Brooke Boswell, Emma Casella, Sienna Cullum, Angelica Delacruz, Benjamin DeSorsis, Charlotte Donahue, Sarah Elliott, Mary Hannah Gallagher, Madeline Gray, Nora Hickey, Charles Jepson, James Jewell, Annika Johnson, Drew Lane, Colette Love, Catherine Miller, Amelia Morad, Alexander Nelson, Ella Niederhelman, Teresa O'Flynn, Anna Pittner, Sydney Poblenz, Alexander Schoonover, Caden Soak, Abby Wallace-Tasted, Natalie Witten, Lucas Wilt, and Dylan York. Next, we have the Best Attendance Awards, sponsored by the VFW. The winners receive a $200 check and a perfect attendance pin to wear in their lapel for graduation. Students, please come up to receive your pins and the checks. Charlotte Donahue and Catherine Miller. I believe that would used to be called a Perfect Attendance Award, and I think it's probably not a good idea. Next, we have the Daughters of the American Revolution Good Citizen Award, which is to a student demonstrates qualities of dependability, leadership, service, and patriotism. The winner will receive a citizenship pin. Please come up to receive it. Isabel Wetter. Next is the Superintendent's Award for Academic Excellence. The winner receives a pin and a certificate, and it goes to Ella Niederhelman. Next, we have the School Committee Recognition Award. It's awarded to a student who exhibits leadership within the schools and service to the community. James Bornstein, please come up and get your pin. Next, we have some recognition from the National Merit Scholarship Program. Recognized for exceptional academic promise demonstrated by their outstanding performance on the preliminary SAT or an MSQT. We had out 1.6 million students, only 34,000 received this recognition. And it goes to two of our students, Tobias Flowers and Anna Pittner. Top 5% ranked students in our class were recently recognized by the North Shore Chamber of Commerce and the Salem Evening News. I ask the next names just please stand at your seat. The Ipswich scholars who were honored were Emma Casella, Sienna Cullum, Colette Love, Amelia Morad, Ella Niederhelm, Brooke Soininen, and Natalie Witten. Next, we have the Scholastic Art and Writing Awards. The Scholastic Art and Writing Awards is the nation's longest-running, largest, most prestigious recognition program for teenagers in the visual and literary arts. This year, 2 seniors were recipients of the award for their writing and 1 for their artwork. Please come up to the stage to get your certificates and pins. Sydney Poblentz, Kaylee Fantasia, and Estelle Gromko. We have a new award this year, and Assistant Principal Leanne Clore will present those.
I'll be presenting a DEI award. Ipswich is proud to have had a District Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion DEI team for the past 3 years. We would like to honor, acknowledge, and thank our 3 senior members for all their contributions to this work and to the district team. Benji DeSorsis, Colette Love, and Angelica De La Cruz have shown strong and impactful student leadership in diversity, equity, and inclusion. We cannot wait to see what they accomplish next. Go out and make a difference in this world. Please come up to receive your award. I would like to call up Claire Powers to the stage to give the dual enrollment awards.
The following students have expanded their learning beyond the offerings of Ipswich High School by taking 1 or more college-level classes through North Shore Community College. This group has challenged themselves to manage the demands of college-level work and mastered Blackboard software. I am proud to award Blue North Shore Dual Enrollment Honors Cords to the following students: James Bornstein, Sienna Cullum, Isabella Gallegos, Isaiah Gonzalez, Ethan Hansen, Colleen Jeffers, Annika Johnson, Jordan Knowlton, Drew Lane, Callum McLennan, Eric Mazio, Micah Mitchell, Joseph Powers, Sevasti Robinson, Abigail Stevens, and Dylan York. Congratulations.
Thank you, Ms. Powers. Our next presenter is one of the most intense professionals I've ever worked with. She has a motor that doesn't quit and a heart of gold that never stops caring about a job well done, her colleagues, or her students. And if you showed me 100 different emails, I could easily pick out her distinct prose out of the bunch because of her unique writing voice. True confessions, I actually imagine her speaking as I read them to myself, and it makes me chuckle in appreciation. I am, of course, talking about our one-of-a-kind chair of the World Language Department, Mrs. Susan Killian.
Thank you, Mr. Mitchell. I have a few missives this evening for all of us. Each year, a select number of students in their final year of language study at Ipswich High School take the National French and Spanish exams, the largest standardized tests of their kind administered to thousands of students across the United States annually. The NSAA and the Grand Concours measure students' listening and reading skills, as well as their knowledge related to grammar and vocabulary of the target language, French or Spanish. The following graduating seniors earned honorable mentions for scoring at the 50th percentile or higher on said exams. Please come to the stage to receive your certificates of achievement. Annika Babb, Nora Hickey, Annika Johnson, Braden Graney, Peter Joss Green, Micah Mitchell, Anna Pittner, Brooke Soininen, Natalie Witten, and Dylan York. The following French and Spanish students earned medals for their achievement on the various levels of their respective exams. Please come to the stage to receive your well-deserved awards. Bronze medals ranging between the 75th and 84th percentile, Ella Niederhelman, Katrin O'Brien, Sydney Poblenz. Silver medals ranging between the 85th and 94th percentile, Moira Healy and Sienna Cullum, and earning a gold medal at the 95th percentile, Corinne Anderson. Additionally, in an effort to recognize, honor, and celebrate the linguistic expertise and diversity present in our community of learners, Ipswich High School again participated in the Massachusetts State Seal, a biliteracy program, during this academic year. Students were invited earlier this spring to demonstrate English as assessed by either a College Board Advanced Placement Language Test or the Avant Stamp Test, which covers all 4 realms of language competence, including listening, reading, speaking, and writing skills. It is designed to enable students to demonstrate their skills and knowledge specific to a particular language in an unrehearsed and spontaneous way, using real-world content and contexts. This year, many of the students whose names I'm about to call spent 6 hours or more completing this rather rigorous testing regime, somehow finding lengthy pockets of time to do so within their extremely busy schedules. All of us in the multilingual community, as well as the World Language Department, congratulate these gifted students who are leaving Ipswich High School with their own veritable language passports in hand, each having earned various seals of biliteracy accordingly. Emma Casella, German with distinction. Angelica de la Cruz, Spanish with distinction. Corinne Anderson, Spanish. Annika Johnson, Spanish. Ella Niederhellman, Spanish. Liliana Willette, Spanish. Brooke Soininen, Spanish. And Nora Hickey, the Global Seal of Biliteracy in Spanish. Congratulations on such impressively outstanding accomplishments. I believe now it's time for Mr. Mitchell to come back to the podium.
Thank you, Ms. Killian. Next, we have the awards for Society of Women Engineers. There are 3 levels. It's given in recognition of excellence in science and mathematics. Each of these winners is now officially a member of the society. Please come to stage to accept your recognition when I read your name. First, in the honors category, Moira Healy and Morgan Sexton. High honors, Emma Casella, Charlotte Donahue, Sarah Elliott, Teresa O'Flynn, and Anna Pittner. The highest of honors, Sienna Cullum, Colette Love, Amelia Morad, Ella Niederhellman, Brooke Soininen, and Natalie Whitten. Our next presenter has been a cornerstone of Ipswich High School for over a quarter of a century. Luckily for him, he started working here when he was 10 years old. Or at least that's what I've heard. A firm believer in the power of athletics to positively shape the lives of young people, he models the work ethic, integrity, and positive attitude that we envision of all of our student athletes to develop. In short, he is the best athletic director I have ever worked with in my own quarter century in public education. Please welcome to the podium Mr. Tom Gallagher.
Thank you, Mr. Mitchell. Our first award is the Salem News Student Athlete Nominee. Each year, the 14 high schools within the Salem News readership area select a student athlete to represent their school for the Student Athlete of the Year award. To be nominated, a candidate must combine academic excellence, outstanding athletic prowess, and the ability to multitask in areas such as volunteering, working part-time, and/or giving back to their community. This year, Ipswich High School chose 3-sport athlete Amelia Morad as our Student Athlete of the Year nominee. As a 3-sport athlete in soccer, winter track, and spring track, and an excellent student, Amelia was an outstanding representative for Ipswich High School. Although Amelia was not selected as the overall winner this year, we're still very proud of her accomplishments. Amelia, please come forward so we can present you with your pin. Next, we have the Ipswich High School Outstanding Scholar Athlete Award recipients. And this year's award winners are Nathan Bays and Annika Johnson. Next, we'd like to recognize our Scholar Athlete recipients. These recipients had maintained a cumulative GPA of 3.3 or above and had to participate in at least 2 sports to achieve this award. And the National Honor Society students, if you could come up and help us with our certificates and pins. Seniors, when I call your name, you can come forward and receive your certificate and your pin. Nadia Balin Baluda, Nathan Bays, Kate Beckeritis, Brooke Bodwell, Christopher Burns, Emma Casella, Benjamin DeSources, Charlotte Donahue, Braden Graney, Madeline Gray, Estelle Romko, William Harrington, Moira Healy, Nora Hickey, Julie Huber, Emma Isaac, Charles Jepson, Annika Johnson, Peter Joss Green, Sinead Kennedy, Drew Lane, Catherine Miller, Amelia Morad, Teresa O'Flynn, Morgan Sexton, Samuel Soroy, River Smith, Brooke Soinen, Kidden Sopik, Ella Stein, Cole Thomas, Jack Totten, Abby Wallace Tastad, Isabel Wetter, Lucas Wilt, and Dylan York. At this time, we would like to introduce Sergeant Ryan Collins from the United States Marine Corps.
Hey, good afternoon. My name is Gunnery Sergeant Collins. I am the United States Marine Corps representative to Ipswich High School. I'm honored to be here today and present 6 awards to distinguished students who have stood out, recommended by guidance, the athletic department, and the band or orchestra. I'll get right into it today. The first award is going to be for scholastic excellence. We have 2 award recipients. This is to acknowledge not just their performance in academics, but also their student leadership. That's something Marine Corps looks for specifically. It's a criteria that we have for this. We really appreciate you helping out other students and dedicating yourself, not just bettering yourself, but bettering those around you and making this community stronger. All right. Our first award for scholastic excellence goes to Alexander Nelson and Sienna Cullum. Please come on up. Our next two awards are for distinguished athletes. These are, again, athletes that not only stood out amongst their scholastic abilities, as I've heard so many awards written off for all of these students, and their names continue to be repeated, but these are for students who showed leadership on and off the field. All right. Our first award goes to Teresa O'Flynn and Dylan York. All right. And our final awards, the Semper Fidelis Award for Musical Excellence. These are for two students who stood out among their peers for their musical excellence, something that everyone looks for. I know it takes years of dedication to get this good. Amazing job to both the choir and the orchestra today. That was incredible. Pleasure to be here and experience that. Thank you. All right. Our first award goes to Charlotte Donahue and Connor Neal. All right, I'd just like to thank the Ipswich staff for having me today and allowing me to be part of this ceremony. Hope you all have a great night. I'll turn the mic back over.
Next, we have the awarding of medallions to our speakers at graduation. Our honor speaker, Emma Casella, our salutatorian, Natalie Witten, and our valedictorian, Ella Niederhelman. Please come get your medallions. Next, we have the winner of the Massachusetts Secondary School Administrators Association Student Achievement Award. This year, it goes to Colette Love. Next, we have the National School Development Council Award for Academic Growth and Student Leadership and Learning. Estelle Gromko is this year's winner. Next, we have the category of Principals Awards, and first is our Habits of Mind Award. As you may be aware, for over a decade, the district has promoted seven successful habits of mind that we would like each of our graduates to demonstrate before leaving Ipswich High School. Last year, we began recognizing a senior who has best exhibited those habits of mind that will lead to success not only as a student, but as an all-around good human being. In case you've forgotten, those, like I have all the time, Those successful habits of mind are critical thinking, self-management, collaboration, creativity, perseverance, self-management, and communication. With each passing year, our winners demonstrated progressive mastery of each of these essential life skills. It is my pleasure to present this year's Habits of Mind Award to Sean Clancy. The next award, the Good Samaritan Award, comes with a medallion. It's presented to the senior student who best exemplifies a caring community spirit. And this year goes to Moira Healy. Next, we have the Outstanding School Citizenship Awards. They're also medallions. They're presented to two senior students who have made significant contributions to the spirit of the school community through their positive attitudes and influence on their peers, as well as their determination to do their personal best. I'm proud to present this year's Outstanding Citizenship Awards to two of the most positive, personable, and talented students I've ever worked with, Samuel Soroy and Angelica Dela Cruz. Next, we have the Charles P. McKenzie Awards. They're established in the name of a former assistant principal and mathematics teacher at Ipswich High School at the time of his retirement. Charlie McKenzie was a very dedicated person who was loyal to Ipswich High School, its students, and faculty. He was a tireless worker who attended all school events and truly enjoyed helping others. This award reflects some of those qualities and values that were associated most with Charlie. Thus, this award will be presented to the two senior students who best exemplify the qualities of loyalty and dedication to Ipswich High School, its students, and staff, as evidenced by invaluable service to the school community. This year goes to Isabel Wetter and Drew Lane. We've come to the scholarships portion of our ceremony tonight. Hopefully I do not lose my voice. So as I say your name, please stand and be recognized for receiving the scholarship. And hold your applause until the end, please. Corinne Anderson, Amada's Robin Silverman Scholarship in the amount of $2,000. Arieli Barbosa, Community Helping Hands Grant, $1,000. Ipswich Partnership Scholarship, $1,000. Kate Beckeritis, St. Lawrence Literary Society Scholarship, $500. The William Marcos Scholarship, $525. Brooke Bodwell, Ipswich Bay Yacht Club Scholarship, $1,000. Ipswich Police Association Scholarship. Christopher Burns, Essex Agricultural Society Scholarship, $1,000. Sean Clancy, Justin Michael Di Barnardini's Scholarship, $500. Angelica Dela Cruz, Joseph A. and Nellie Huggins Scholarship Fund, $650. Benjamin DeSorsis, Ipswich Education Foundation String and Jazz Society Scholarship, $5,000. Charlotte Donahue, Stephen N. and Francis E. Soffren Award, $500. Sarah Elliott, Howard Swain Horton Scholarship, $3,000. Chloe French, IHS Varsity Cheerleader Scholarship, $1,000. Mary Hannah Gallagher, VFW Post 1093, $1,500. Isabella Gallegos, Amada Scholarship, $1,500, and the Ipswich Youth Soccer Scholarship Award, $1,000. Braden Graney, the George N. and Lillian C. Soffren Award, $500. Madeline Gray, the Abby L. Newman Scholarship, $500. The Marion Ross Humphrey Scholarship, $625. Samuel Gregory, the Sodiri Gunny Kifalides Scholarship, $1,000. Estelle Gromko, Carl A. Pescosolido Jr. Scholarship, $1,450. Joseph Hamilton, ICAM Scholarship, $750. Preston Hansen, AMVETS Auxiliary Scholarship, $1,800. The Clifton Wentworth Random Acts of Kindness Memorial Scholarship, $500. William Harrington, Ipswich Youth Soccer Scholarship Award, $1,000. Moira Healy, the Cornelius Tebow Scholarship, $1,500. The Ipswich Catholic Women's Club Scholarship, $500. Nora Hickey, Friends of the Ipswich Public Library Scholarship, $2,000. Charles Jepson, the AMVETS Auxiliary Scholarship, $1,800. James Jewell, Peter N. Soffren Award, $500. Annalise Johnson, Ipswich Education Foundation String and Jazz Society Scholarship, $2,500. Annika Johnson, the Bank Gloucester Scholarship, $2,500. Seamus Kelly, ICAM Scholarship, $2,000. Amada Scholarship, $1,500. Evan Kilgore, American Legion Ipswich Post 80 Scholarship, $1,000. Ipswich Bay Yacht Club Scholarship, $1,000. Nathan Christian, Ipswich Bay Yacht Club Scholarship, $1,000. Drew Lane, the Carl A. Pescosolido Jr. Scholarship, $1,450. St. Lawrence Literary Society Scholarship, $500. Whittier Manor Club Scholarship in honor of Dan Beal, $500. Dustin Lombardo, AMVETS Auxiliary Scholarship, $1,800. The Catherine E. Sullivan, founder of the Ipswich Catholic Women's Club, $500. Ipswich Education Association Scholarship, $1,000. First Class Child Care Center Scholarship, $1,000. Eric Mazio, the Justin Michael DeBardines Scholarship, $500. Sarah Mirabile, the Herd Chapter number 94, Order of the Eastern Star Scholarship, $200. Amelia Morad, Ipswich Youth Soccer Scholarship Award, $1,000. The Carl A. Pescosolido Jr. Scholarship, $1,450. Annabelle Morris, Ipswich Education Foundation Sustainability Scholarship, $3,000. St. Lawrence Literary Society, $400. The Town and Country Garden Club of Ipswich, $1,000. Ella Niederhelman, the Cameron Impact Scholarship, full tuition for 4 years. Teresa O'Flynn, Carl A. Pescosolido Jr. Scholarship, $1,450. Lily Payne, Association of Great Neck Scholarship, $1,000. IHS Varsity Cheerleader Scholarship, $1,000. ICAM Scholarship, $750. Madeline Peckrell, Pauline Ross Claxton Scholarship, $625. Amelia Perna, Ipswich Police Association Scholarship, the Joseph W. Hinckley, Virginia P. Hinckley Fund, $5,000, and Wolf Hollow, $1,000. Sydney Poblentz, the Doyon School Staff Memorial Scholarship, $200. The Edmund Wiliko Scholarship of the Polish League of American Veterans, $1,000. Friends of the Ipswich Public Library Scholarship, $2,000. the Joseph Horton Ipswich Teachers Association Scholarship, $1,000. Johnny Fund Scholarship, $2,000. Joseph W. Hinckley, Virginia P. Hinckley Fund, $5,000. Joseph Powers, Immodest Scholarship, $1,500. Piper Riley, Thomas N. Sofrin Award, $500. Alexander Schoonover, VFW Post 1093, $1,500. Nathan Sinclair, Ipswich Police Association Scholarship, $1,000. Oh, sorry, that's the next one. Didn't have an amount. River Smith, Ipswich Youth Soccer Scholarship Award, $1,000. Brooke Soininen, Jessica Ingram, a Memorial Scholarship, $1,000. Ella Stein, IHS Girls Lacrosse Academic and Leadership Scholarship, $1,000. Thomas Strangman, the Eunice Caldwell Coles Scholarship, $625. Cole Thomas, the Joseph Ethel Rogers Memorial Scholarship, $300. Jack Totten, Chamber of Commerce Nick Costello Scholarship, $1,000. The Ipswich Youth Soccer Scholarship Award, $1,000. Abby Wallace Tastet, the AMBETS Auxiliary Scholarship, $1,800. And the IHS Varsity Cheerleader Scholarship, $1,000. Isabel Wetter, Ipswich Youth Soccer Scholarship Award, $1,000. And the Jacob J. Burridge Scholarship, $5,000. Thank you to all of our generous donors. The total amount of scholarships awarded tonight and at graduation combined is $374,250. Congratulations to all winners. Next, we have the awarding of stoles. I'll be joined by Assistant Principal Ms. Leanne Calora to award the stoles for our class officers first. Starting with our Treasurer, Sarah Elliott, Secretary, Abby Wallace Tasted, Vice President, Estelle Gromko, and President, Drew Lane. For the awarding of the National Honor Society stoles, please join me in welcoming NHS advisor and all-around good guy, Scott Ames, to the stage.
Okay, we'll start with our officers. President, Sarah Elliott. Vice President, Anka Johnson. Teresa O'Flynn, Secretary. Brooke Soininen, Treasurer. Millian Morad, Parliamentarian, and Jane O'Connell, Events Planner. The fun part of these, getting them over the hats. Okay, Nathan Bays, Kate Beckeritis, Brooke Bodwell, Sienna Cullum, Sophia DeGrappo, Angelica Dela Cruz, Benjamin DeSources, Charlotte Donahue, Tobias Flowers, Mary Hannah Gallagher. Landry Garland, Madeline Gray, Moira Healy, Charles Jepson, Drew Lane, James Jewell, Catherine Miller, Colette Love, Ellen Niederhelman, Anna Pittner, Piper Riley, David Seaton, Morgan Sexton, Caden Sopik, Isabel Wetter, Natalie Witten, Lucas Wilt, and Dylan York. This time it gives me pleasure to invite my fellow teachers and department chairs to the stage to award the Book Scholar Awards. And we'll lead off with Social Studies Department Chairman Molly Smith.
This year's recipient of the Social Studies Book Award has not only displayed an exceptional aptitude for history, but has also embodied the qualities of a true leader, albeit quietly. While some may associate leadership with loud voices, she has demonstrated that true leadership often lies in the subtle strength of character, in the power of leading by example. Whether through her thoughtful contributions in class discussions or her willingness to lend a helping hand to her peers, she has consistently inspired those around her to strive for excellence. I can picture this student in the future working on an important public policy or advising a politician on issues that matter to her. I have no doubt that she will continue to make an indelible mark on the world around her. With her sharp intellect, compassionate heart, and unwavering dedication to creating positive change, she is poised to become a formidable force in shaping our country's future. This year's Social Studies Book Award goes to Natalie Witten. I'd now like to introduce Andy Sargent to present the English Award.
Good evening. The recipient of this year's English Book Award has impressed her teachers in all 4 years of high school English classes. I had the pleasure of teaching the student last year in AP English Language and Composition, and I can attest to her abilities in all aspects of that class. She had great insights and communicated those insights clearly in her writing. This award, however, celebrates her excellence this year in the most challenging senior year English class, AP Literature and Composition. Her teacher, Mr. Wood, reports that she has consistently earned the highest essay grades across 2 talented sections by displaying in clear and impactful writing how thoroughly she understands the literature she is analyzing. He also reports that she has been a leader in class discussion, not by talking the most or the loudest, but by reading perceptively, listening intently to her peers, and then speaking thoughtfully. As a result, when the student speaks, people listen, and we all benefit. We are confident that her many strengths will serve her well at Tufts next year. The English department is proud to recognize Sarah Elliott as the recipient of this year's Book Award. And I'd now like to introduce Bill Gallant from the Technology Department.
When I tell people I'm retiring, they usually ask me what I'm going to miss about teaching. And my answer is always that the thing I'll miss most are the kids. And this year's senior class is no exception, with many that I will never forget for many different reasons. But there is one who stands out for me. Every day, regardless of how she was feeling or what else was going on in her life, she brought her unstoppable can-do attitude and enthusiasm to class. I asked her to work on a wide variety of projects, some of which were way outside of her comfort zone, and she always came through, no complaints, no excuses. This year's book award goes to someone who worked on an impressive range of projects. She organized a leaf raking fundraiser and helped raise $25,000 for a class trip. She created amazing art projects from things people throw away. She helped plan a trip to Charlotte for 38 people. She worked with Doyon kids on building their engineering design projects. She restored the high school sign that was damaged in a storm. She raised a family of mice. And she helped lead her race team to the Student Racing Challenge National Finals. This year's book award goes to someone that'll find success at whatever she does after high school because she knows how to get stuff done. This year's book award goes to the amazing Abby Wallace-Tasted. And Gardy O'Flynn will present the Physical Education Awards.
For 22 years, I've been giving out the 2 Physical Education Book Awards. And as I look around at this year's amazing senior class, it ranks at the top for quality of teacher assistance in my PE classes and full-out participation in my lifetime sports classes. For all of you who TA'd for me, thank you. You made such an influence on this year's freshmen. One of you did it all. TA'd for Mrs. McGinley in Project Adventure and did the same for me in PE 9, in some cases in back-to-back classes, and was amazingly helpful in both. Then, this semester, joined my B Block Lifetime Sports class and brought his A game in every sport. We will miss him in the gym all the time. The first PE Book Award goes to Drew Lane. The second PE Book Award goes to a student who didn't get to go on bowling trips in lifetime sports classes or run badminton tournaments in PE 9 classes. Instead, she demonstrated exceptional dedication and adaptability by working with challenging students through a modified support and inclusion approach. Guided by teacher recommendations, that's me, for just a class or 2, in the beginning of the year, she tailored her strategies to meet the unique needs of each student, fostering an inclusive environment where all students could thrive. Her commitment to this role for the entire year involved closely collaborating with educators to understand and implement effective support techniques, ensuring that these students receive the necessary accommodations to succeed socially in a physical activity setting. Her compassionate and innovative approach has made a significant impact on her peers, highlighting her as a standout advocate for inclusive education, especially in a physical setting. The second PE Book Award goes to Harper Reese. I'd like to introduce Emily Chandler of the Science Department.
The recipient of the 2024 Life Science Book Award is a student who epitomizes excellence. She is extremely intelligent with an exceptional work ethic. As her anatomy teacher, Miss Barclay, told me, she is one of those rare students that I could always count on to improve the learning environment for all. I could rely on her to raise the bar for active discussions on every topic, a sentiment that was repeated by all of her science teachers. But perhaps equally important, all of her teachers have expressed what a kind and thoughtful person this student is. Ms. Latimer, her AP biology teacher, says, "This student is an impressive human being who uplifts her peers by sharing her gifts and helping others to reach new heights. This student will go out of her way to help both her teachers and her peers. She has been known to teach a struggling classmate how to take notes and study for tests. She sends thank you notes to her teachers, and she was always the first student in AP Environmental Science to volunteer for any task Ms. LaFrance needed help with. The Science Department is happy to award the Life Science Book Award to Brooke Soininen." The recipient of this year's Physical Science Book Award is a student who is truly curious about the world and how things work. His interests in science and engineering are broad, ranging from chemistry to environmental science to robotics. But what sets the student apart is his desire and ability to make complex connections between how concepts he learns in the classroom relate to materials in other classes and how they explain a natural phenomenon. His inquisitive mind, along with his high academic achievements, made him stand out his junior year as an outstanding science student in both AP Chemistry and his AP Environmental Science courses. This year, he has continued to impress his AP Physics teacher, Mr. Bransky, who says the student is always looking for ways to get his hands dirty by building something or taking something apart so that he can see how the textbook concepts manifest themselves in the real world. This student's intellectual curiosity and his academic dedication has made each of our classrooms a more interesting place, and we are happy to award this year's Physical Science Book Award to James Jewell. I'd like to introduce Mary Manos, Chair of the Maths Department.
Good evening. I'd like to first present the Mathematics Award. I'm sorry to say that I did not have the pleasure of having this person as a student in my class. His records show that he has excelled in mathematics and computer science. His teachers, however, have commented that he is very well respected by both his peers and staff. He has shown an incredible aptitude to think creatively in his problem solving, and others often look to him as a leader in the classroom. His willingness to share ideas enhances the classroom experience of those around him. However, my personal favorite part of his career here at Ipswich High School is that he values math so much. He actually spent time and led the math league to great heights with top rankings as co-captain. Congratulations, Tobias Flowers. The next award is the Computer Science Award. I am pleased to present this award to a student who I have had as a student, who has excelled here at Ipswich High School. Sorry, can I start that one over? Sorry. I'm pleased to present this award to a student to whom I do know. This student is clever, witty, curious, logical, helpful, joyful, and a delight to have in class. This student can really look at a problem and think out of the box to come up with new ways to explore and solve problems. This student is also willing to share his ideas and, more importantly, to listen to others' ideas. He seems to be present and in the moment, no matter the task. He attacks work with gusto and seemingly enjoys the work, even, dare I say, math class. As is true with so many of our wonderful students at Ipswich High School, not only does he excel academically, but also musically and theatrically. I got the chance to see him in Legally Blonde this spring, and he was certainly a standout there as well. Congratulations, Joseph Powers. Now it is my pleasure to announce Catherine Morris of the Art Department.
I'm very pleased to be presenting this year's Visual Art Book Award to a student who has greatly impacted the entire K-12 Visual Art Department. Through her 2-year internship with the Art All Over program, she has single-handedly delivered countless artworks from the entire district to downtown locations every single month. She has become a constant fixture in the art room this year, creating some unbelievable work and offering assistance to anyone who needs it. She is the definition of a positive role model, stepping up into leadership roles in class, providing peer feedback and support, and maintaining the studio space as if it were her own. On top of becoming my right-hand woman, she has developed close relationships with most of the art teachers in the district, offering assistance to the middle school art teacher with her art shows and day-to-day tasks, completing a bridge internship with the Doyon art teacher for the past 6 weeks, and independently publishing the Chameleon magazine with Mr. Burke. The impact she's had on this department has been staggering and will be felt for years to come. I couldn't be more proud of this student with all that she's accomplished this year, and I know she's going to make the most amazing art teacher, impacting her students just as much as she impacted us. On behalf of all of the art teachers, I'm honored and very proud to present this year's Visual Art Book Award to Abby Cooper. I'm so proud of you.
I would now like to introduce Miss Abby Frost. The recipient of this year's Choral Book Award is an exemplary choral musician and an outstanding young leader. Over her high school and middle school career, she has dedicated herself to choral singing for 7 years, and including 2 of those years being bel canto. We should add up the hours. It's a lot. This year, her exceptional hard work earned her a place in district's honor chorus. Her peers easily recognized her leadership qualities, electing her choir co-president, where she leads with humility and great effectiveness. She's a dream student for any choral conductor. Outside the choir, her leadership and hard work shines brightly. She is captain of the softball team, starting pitcher. She is a gifted songwriter and guitarist. Moreover, she showcased her versatility and confidence by playing the role of Enid in this year's production of Legally Blonde. She stands out not only for her accomplishments, but for her maturity, humility, and exceptional communication. She interacts with adults and peers with poise and professionalism, someone far beyond her years, serving as a role model for her peers. Her passion for environmental issues promises a bright future where she will undoubtedly make a difference. Her departure will be deeply felt by the second soprano section and by me personally. Her leadership and presence have left an indelible mark on the chorus. It is with great pride and affection that I present this year's Choral Book Award to Annabelle Morris. Please welcome my friend and colleague Michael Coelho to present the Orchestra Award.
The recipient of this year's Book Award for Orchestral Music has significantly contributed to the Ipswich High School Orchestra program for the past 4 years. During this time, he has performed with and led multiple orchestras in Ipswich, mentored middle school string players, served as a section leader for our concert tour of England, and helped lead our chamber orchestra to multiple gold medals at statewide competitions, all while maintaining a positive attitude and humble demeanor. He has a genuine curiosity and thirst for knowledge, but above all, it is his overwhelming caring nature towards both his peers and faculty that stands out. His kindness, leadership, and passion make him an easy choice for this award. It is with great pleasure that I present this year's Book Award for Excellence in Orchestral Music to Benjamin DeSources. The recipient of this year's Book Award for Theater has been a major contributor to the Ipswich High School drama program. During this time, she has performed in and led multiple productions in Ipswich, served as a middle school intern, then assistant director, starred in both supportive and lead roles, and has been the dance captain of choice for our choreographer for years due to the ease with which her peers trust her and confide in her. It's with great pleasure that I present this year's Book Award for Excellence in Theater to Anna Pittner. Tonight, I'll be presenting the Band Book Award on behalf of our fabulous band director, Ms. Rebecca Pagano. Ms. Pagano writes, "The Band Book Award is bestowed upon a musician who has made her mark here at IHS and the greater community through her many strengths as a musician, writer, scholar, and athlete. The students' multifaceted contributions to the band and music program at IHS include playing guitar and jazz band and pep band, flute and piccolo and concert band, wind ensemble, and symphony orchestra. She consistently displays a high level of musicianship, cooperation, preparation, and a willingness to help teach others. These qualities make her an integral part of the success of our music ensembles. I am proud to present this year's Band Book Award to Ella Niederhelman. And now I'd like to turn it over to Susan Killian of the World Language Department.
A veritable Francophile, the recipient of this award is passionate about the French language and culture, which she demonstrates on every assignment she completes, always putting forth an exceptional amount of effort and thoughtful creativity, adding unmatched quality to her pieces, thus becoming valuable exemplars for others to try to emulate someday. An accomplished baker as well, she is known to create authentic seasonal dishes such as bûche de Noël or a galette des rois for all to enjoy in French class. Indeed, our many Global Languages Club bake sales would not have been nearly as successful without her consistently dependable and deliciously sweet contributions. Moreover, although rather quiet and soft-spoken, while on the trip to France recently, she used her considerable language skills on a number of occasions, demonstrating equal measures of leadership and poise as she conversed in French with a security guard at the Palace of Versailles, ultimately assisting her group in finding the correct exit out of the mammoth edifice. Not surprisingly, over the years, she has medaled in the National French Contest each time she has taken it, the first time earning a perfect score and the highest possible national ranking. We are quite certain that this impressive scholar of French will inhabit said European country in the not-so-distant future. Until then, Madame Hover and I, along with the rest of the World Language Department, are extremely proud to honor Sydney Poblenz with the Excellence in French Award this year. A multi-talented learner, artist, and musician who also happens to exhibit extremely strong linguistic confidence in her second language, earning bronze, silver, and gold medals respectively over the past 3 years on our national exams, and now a seal of biliteracy in Spanish, this student has most certainly found her way to the top of the heap in a world language classroom. Readily understood and conversant in Spanish, she volunteers savvy ideas, thoughts, and opinions regularly in the target language, often displaying her quick wit, a clever phrase, or an amusing observation about a given topic or theme. Being funny in another language, a comedic trait she most certainly exhibits, is a sure sign that one has arrived at fluency or has mastered another language. Moreover, after spending 2 weeks in Spain last summer, she now has an international circle of friends around the globe and therefore enjoys a broader appreciation of the greater world beyond the immediate vicinity of Ipswich. It has been our absolute pleasure to work with this student over the past 4 years, watching her grow into the formidable lingual force she is today. All of us in the World Language Department are profoundly honored to recognize Corinne Anderson with this year's Award for Excellence in Spanish. now I'd like to turn things back over to Mr. Mitchell, I believe.
Thank you to all our department chairs. We've come to the presentation of our tassels to the class of 2024. Students who have earned a grade point average of 3.5 or higher have already received a gold tassel and cord to wear at graduation. Athletic Director Mr. Tom Gallagher will help distribute the tassels, while Assistant Principal Ms. Leanne Clora will read the names of the recipients.
Drew Randall Lane. Estelle Ann Gromko. Sarah G. Elliott. Abby Teresa Wallace Testad. Ella Frances Niederhelman. Natalie Rose Witten. Emma Dolee Casella. Corinne Elise Anderson. Lucy Armistead. Annika Lynn Babb. Nadia Bylan Boluda. Nathan Hart Bays. Arieli Barbosa. Kate Beckeritis. Brooke Charlotte Bodwell. James O. Bornstein. Nathaniel Patrick Brady. Braden Francis Bromby. Christopher Ryan Burns. William Matthew Butler. Tess Elizabeth Kenny Calzini. Max B. Chesley. Sean Michael Clancy. Abigail Elizabeth Cooper. Sienna Pfeiffer Cullum. Sophia Lynn Dalton. Angelica Maria de la Cruz. Sophia M. DeGrappo. Benjamin Nguyen de Sources. Benjamin Michael Dillon. Charlotte Kelly Donahue. Lucas Dos Santos. Talia Artemis Duff. Kaylee Janet Fantasia. Anna Clara Ferreira. Tobias G. Flowers. Chloe Rose French. Mary Hannah Lee Gallagher. Isabella G. Gallegos. Landry M. Garland. Drew Hannah Gibbs. Avery Boyd Graham. Braden P. Graney. Madeline Joan Gray. Hallie Ann Greenleaf. Samuel Thomas Gregory. Joseph Thomas Hamilton. Preston Jack Hansen. Ethan Joseph Hansen. William Charles Harrington. Moira Grace Healy. Amanda Kate Henderson. Nolan Hickey. Nora Margaret Hickey. Michael James Horan. Emma Isaac. Kate Isaac. Nicholas Henry Ivanov. Charles Edward Jepson. James Michael Jewell. Annalise Zoe Johnson. Annika Catherine Johnson. Peter Liam Joss Green. Seamus Quinn Kelly. Sinead Elizabeth Kennedy. Timothy Stephen Raycroft Kircher. Evan Wyatt Kilgore. Jordan Kristen Knowlton. Nathan Paul Christian. Dustin Lombardo. Colette Delia Love. Callum Edwin McLennan. Samuel Majors. Catherine Olivia Miller. Micah Mitchell. Amelia Grace Morad. Annabelle Lucy Morris. Connor Andrew Neal. Alexander Michael Nelson. Katrin Elizabeth O'Brien. Jane Ellen Reed O'Connell. Teresa Elizabeth O'Flynn. Liliana Turandot Olet. Lily Claire Payne. Chrissy Victoria Pappas. Madeline Iris Peckrell. Amelia Rose Perna. Anna Kirkpatrick Pittner. Sydney Joy Poblens. Joseph William Powers. Antonio Giovanni Princi. Aiden Rader. Harper Antonina Reese. Piper Vera Riley. Savasti Robinson. Alexander James Schoonover. Morgan Olivia Sexton. Quinn Isaac Shearer. Nathan Stephen Sinclair. Samuel Gordon Soroy. River Smith. Brooke Catherine Soininen. Caden William Sopik. Eva Parks St. John. Ella Mae Stein. Abigail Grace Stevens. Thomas Clayton Strangman. Finley Largent Sweeney. Cole Mason Thomas. Jack M. Taunton. Jamila Shibambe. Taylor Anna Walsh. Isabel Ann Wetter. Lucas Franciszek Wilt. Dylan Joshua York. Daniel Charles Young.
The conclusion of the baccalaureate ceremony is the candlelight recessional. Each senior will light a candle that symbolizes the youthful knowledge and hope that they will soon bring into the world as graduates of Ipswich High School. Mr. Michael Coelho and the Chamber Orchestra will perform the accompanying music. Thank you all for coming. Good job, guys. Well done. You're not done yet, Jake. You did a great job. You're great.